getting that.
All right. And delete.
No, she's working.
Okay. Grab my notebook and I'll be ready.
Okay, we're gonna start. All right, girls, we're now live on our reality show. And, but I would click off if I was watching, because now all I see is you two on a phone.
Oh, really?
So we are now live on our reality show. Okay, let's express what we're doing.
This is part 2 of our meeting, no?
Yeah.
Business
Part
creation.
2.
And it's this camera.
Part 2 of our meeting today, of which we will each be explaining what we bring to this Ascension Sanctuary and what our roles are and our future prospects for the team and our role within it.
Right. How close are you? So the poll is on it. Alrighty. Just a little hiccup over here. Okay, cool. So Chris and I made a little list on what we would be focusing on today. Chris, I don't have that little list pulled up on my side. And the phone is far away. Mind reading it off?
So today, our priorities are, what is your role? What's really your role? What are your action steps? What are your goals, timelines? And what's your number of plan for your specific role? So goals is the first priority. And then I think the other priorities are looking at what's next in our movement together. We've just come off of a series of different events that we've held at the sanctuary and that we participated in outside of the sanctuary. And now we're looking at the next few months and really deciding what we want to prioritize to be able to reach these goals that we have and to be able to support each other in them. So what does that look like from a event perspective, a timeline and milestone, and where we're really focusing our time and energy?
Right.
The other thing that I'd love to do, we had also started to update our social media bios, since we are starting these different live platforms and want to get more consistent and more clear on our messaging and what we're putting out there and getting more substance out there. So if we have time, I'd love to brainstorm. I have a couple of different blurbs that I put together, and I can share those with the group too.
Maybe that could be one of your leadership roles, is once a week, understanding the substance that each one of us want to produce out, and then each one of us taking ownership to that. An example, like right now, what I want to produce out is I'm reading 2 very powerful books that have a lot of wisdom that I already know in my database, but it's easy for me to record myself and read that wisdom out loud and then put music behind it and then turn it into a video. So maybe we need someone in charge of that. So would you want to be in charge of that?
Well, so that would go into the content leadership role.
Or,
So I think that we need someone that is specifically aligned to content, and they would be in charge of that. So I can read off the list. We have a document. I can share my screen of what we've already identified as the roles that we're needing. And then I also wrote down, basically, it's pretty much the same, but I think there may be some missing here. So let me just share my screen and we can back to deciding who is responsible for what. And we may need people to wear a couple of hats until we get enough people that everything is covered specifically.
And here's my situation is we've had this meeting like 4 times where people have said, I'll take this role. But then who say that, like, not much action happens, or they don't know how to take action or what steps to take. How do we break out of that? Like, how can each person be responsible for your own role?
Yeah, I think we need to have it more visible, and we need to just have each person give updates, essentially reporting on their role, what they're doing, what their responsibilities are, where they need help. So we can all come together and be sure that we are owning our roles and actually getting done what we need to get done. So this